All right, so we're here today with Daryl Roberts of the Roberts Family Development Center. He's one of the founders here of this agency, and this is an amazing opportunity for us to be with him sharing these moments. And my question to you is, what was the concept behind establishing or creating the Robertson Family Development Center?
Well, we started the Roberts Family Development Center 17 years ago, my wife Tina and I. We were trying to create an environment where children and families would have a supportive place where their kids could grow, really, to grow up and be involved in academics, be involved in social activities, be involved in field trips, be involved in the arts, be involved in sports, be involved in a variety of activities that are part of any healthy neighborhood. And what we decided is that we wanted to create that environment here in North Sacramento. So we came here 17 years ago on the spot where we're filming from today, the Roberts Family Development Center. Since that time, we've expanded citywide to do work in about 7 neighborhoods where we do work on school campuses primarily, but also in some community centers and churches in South Sac that we have called home or quasi-home to the Roberts Family Development Center.
What have been some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, with anything, the biggest challenge is always finances, funding to make things happen. What people don't realize is that when you want anything consistent, you have to spend money. You have to pay people. It's always nice to have volunteers, but there has to be a core group of folks who are dedicated because it is their commitment financially. It's their job. It's the thing that they've decided that they're committed to. And with that being said, that was the first challenge, finances. The second was making people realize our vision was serious. When you come into a neighborhood, I grew up in New Orleans. Professionally, I grew up in North and Oak Park, if you want to be honest about it. But we've been in North Sac, Del Paso Heights for 17 years. So I think part of what we had to do was make people believe that we're not overnight. There's not a one-shot pony opportunity. This is us taking advantage of a poor neighborhood per se. But instead, it was us and our willingness to work in this neighborhood to improve it and to better the life of the people who live here.
Okay. Now, and some of your proudest moments since you've been here.
Oh man, we started with 13 kids 17 years ago. Today we serve 800 kids every day. We serve on 7 different sites, 5 different sites during the summer and 7 different sites during the school year. And I feel like that's the testimony that hard work, dedication, and perseverance does pay. One of the things that I will also tell you I'm proudest of is the number of young people who are now beginning to work with us, who started off with us as kids. Santana Moody, who, although he's not a regular staff member, he is one of the original 13 kids. He works at Martin Luther King Junior High School, where we're holding one of our freedom schools. And it's just, I watch him with the pride of being a part of Roberts Family Development Center and how he talks to new staff about what it was like 16, 17 years ago when he started at Roberts, and what it's like today to watch him talk to them about the history of Roberts Family Development Center. I mean, that makes me feel good. We have staff members now who were kids in our program who now are staff members because they care, they wanted to come back as teachers now, as members of our summer staff, as well as members of our year-round program.
Great. Now, the other thing I want to find out, and this is something I'm really, really proud of, I really like that you guys invited me to participate in it, is the Nightlife Gone Right. What was the motivation behind that?
Well, Nightlife Turned Right was really an idea and a request that came from City Council Member Alan Warren. He said, hey man, do me a favor, I need to create an environment for the kids during the summer, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, when it's typically time when kids are out from 7 to 11, let's give them a place where they can go and do some positive things. He asked us to do that 3 years ago. This is, I think, our 3rd year doing it, and really happy about the growth of it. And it's grown with challenges. It's not like we haven't had challenges, but I think we've grown in spite of that, and it has grown better every day that we've done it. We're lucky enough to have you as our chess man there as chess instructors. We have dance instructors. We have poetry, spoken word instructors. We have ladies and men who simply hold workshops for the young people. We have home ownership workshops. We have Saturday band activities every Saturday we have one of our local big time bands that come out and serenade our fans, their fans in our community on Saturday nights. But that's an evolution of our services. Over 17 years we've been asked to participate and been a part of a lot of things. The Martin Luther King March is an annual event that we now for the last 7 years have kind of headed. Nightlife Turned Right for the last 3 years. We had the Freedom School Project citywide, which touches more than 1,000 kids every summer and continues to grow. And that's a partnership with the Children's Defense Fund. So that's a national partnership. So as we talk about what Roberts has been able to do, more than anything else, has been able to galvanize and bring the community together to do things that we know are needed for us to be a healthy community.
Okay. So one of my final questions is, what do you see for the future being one of the founders of the Roberts Family Development Center and for the Nightlife Gone Right or some of the other activities? What do you see the future as being?
So, honestly, what I'm trying to do is trying to put in place a group of, a cadre of young leaders that no matter what happens with Daryl and Tina Roberts, Roberts Family Development Center continues, but also Nightlife Turned Right, the Martin Luther King March. These activities that I think are important and vital to our community will continue. So as we look at what's happening at Nightlife Turned Right, Sam Kinsey, local kid, is one of those primary leaders who's learning to take the point. And with the point comes the excitement of being a leader, but also the challenges of being a leader. And teaching that, you get through the challenges by working every day. Again, go back to hard work, dedication, perseverance. As for Roberts Family Development Center, we have young leaders, Elliot Davis, Ray Green, Camille Bird, who are our leaders of the future, Claudia De Jesus, who've been our leaders of the past, who will continue to work with them, Rachel Logan, Tisha Sims. I say those names because it is individuals that run Roberts Family Development Center. It really isn't Daryl and Tina Roberts. Okay. We simply happen to be the heads and the co-founders. But over the years, I no longer mentor kids. I mentor young adults. We no longer drive kids around in vans, but we hire folks to make sure our kids are transported safely from place to place. Real happy to talk about the trips to Sonoma State University to the Bay Area this summer, where our kids are going at, some fun stuff, the Jelly Belly Factory for the little kids in the Fairfield Aquatic Center, because it's a Bay Area station. But I'll tell you, we do so much regionally because we want our kids to recognize the region is their oyster. Of course, the world is their oyster, but the region should become the first place where they explore and learn. So through the Roberts Family Development Center, Nightlife Turned Right, and some of the other activities, we try our best to expose our kids, our families, and our community.
Great. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Okay.